Good morning, Pickle Posse. I am hoping that my microphone is working. So we are testing in a brand new space. I am seeing the little microphone jump up and down. So somebody is going to have to tell me if they're hearing everything. So I'm recording in a new space today. So please ignore the terrible overhead lighting, which is partially dead. So we're testing to see how the sound is in this new space for our customer. So I thought, what better way to test than to do it live myself? I've been a little MIA for a while. Things have been hectic. The flu has ravaged the office and it's still going strong. The poor development team is now getting their turn. I took mine first, not by choice. But today is officially the first day of spring, which in this area, Baltimore, DC, the DMV area, means cherry blossom season. So I'm curious for any of our local podcasters, if you are doing special cherry blossom episodes, if you're going out to the Cherry Blossom Festival, if you're filming on location, if you're doing it live, or if you have special episodes, feel free to share those. We would be very interested in seeing them. Drop them in the comments, share the links, or just email them in, and we're happy to promote those on our socials. But something I've actually been trying to do with one of my friends of mine is, and this is a little dark, but first day of spring, new awakenings, whatever. We've been trying to get together to record what we refer to as a dead mommy episode, because we both have mothers who have passed. Mine's been 11 years and hers has only been just over a year. And as we were trying to get that scheduled, unfortunately, her father passed away. Semi-unexpectedly. So that's unfortunately on hold, because now she is dealing with everything that comes when a parent passes away, such as closing up, their house, selling things, going through memories and getting rid of stuff. So, as I'm not going to put pressure on, come do a podcast about your dead mom when you just dealt with your dead dad. But don't worry, she's as dark as I am. So we do have a good joke about it via our conversations. But out of the blue on St. Patrick's Day, which also just passed, I was checking my Facebook memories late in the evening, which I do frequently, mainly because young me was stupid and posted everything on the internet. So 15 and 20 years ago, look at those Facebook memories and I go delete, 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 because there are all these things we don't need to have out there. And St. Patrick's Day, much older cellular device, kind of pre-iPhone, mainly because iPhones back then were so expensive that, they're the same price, but $1,000 seemed like a lot more 15 or so years ago, 11 years ago, whatever. I don't know what kind of phone I had, but I was filming from the fire escape of my apartment in New York on 84th and 2nd, overlooking this bar where there's this drunk dude. He's peeing on a mailbox. He's staggering in the street. He's trying to fight with one of the bouncers at the bars right there. A memory I vividly recall still, because it was hysterical. And my mom was visiting and we were sitting on my, I call it balcony, but it was the fire escape. You're technically not supposed to be out there. And we were having drinks and just hanging out. But in the video, which I'm just filming the guy, I'm not filming us. I think at one point you can see my foot pop up, but you can hear us conversing back and forth. And it kind of blew my mind, because growing up in kind of that 90s, late 80s, early 90s era, my family didn't really do home videos, think camcorders. It wasn't cell phones, there wasn't social media. So there are no recordings of us or my parents. It's just still photos. So that's the first time I actually heard her voice in 11 years, which was kind of cool. But also I realized it doesn't sound like I thought I remembered, which was really crazy. So I've actually forgotten what it sounded like. But that was really neat. There were 2 clips, about a minute each. So that was kind of a fun St. Patrick's Day surprise, which is a holiday I really like, because one, you can drink on a Monday, because it was a Monday, even though didn't actually, because too busy. But it's 6 months to and from my birthday, which this is a milestone year, because this year I turned 40. Although I don't think we're going to do anything this year, because my birthday is in the middle of the week. So not always the funnest way to celebrate. So I thought that was fun, but we will do a Dead Mommy episode as soon as my friend Lacey is, feeling back on her feet post Dead Dad. At this point, between the two of us, well, we've got my dad, so we've got one parent, similar to Brian, my partner. Both his parents are gone. Um, Weirdly enough, they were divorced. They died the same year on different dates, one in the beginning of the year, one at the end of the year. So just good, weird stories that I think would be fun to dive into, but you have to be a little bit into the macabre or the dark side of things to get the humor. So just wanted to do kind of a quick check-in, also sound check, see how it sounds in here. Again, the lighting is so bad, but we'll deal with that later. Yeah, as always, happy creating, and I'll talk to you all again soon.